Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's video. This week we are doing a quick little crochet hairstyle. This video is sponsored by QVR hair. They did send me this crochet hair in 5 bundles and I'll share some details about it with you. This hair is their lightweight, small, kinky, curly feather crochet braid human hair. And then this is in the color T1B3027 and it's in 18 inches and it says 100% human hair. I'll insert the exact link to the hair down in my description box. I ended up using 4 packs. I will tell you all the details about the hair as we go through the video, but yeah, let's get started. Alright, so let's rewind it back and get started with the base. I knew I wanted a side part, so that's why I started creating a side part here. I knew that I wanted to have more braids at the front and the back. Personally, I like to do this method because I feel like it gives my crochet a fuller look when they're like smaller, tinier braids at the front. So what I did was start a braid and I'll stop about halfway and then I just combine it into the second braid, and that would create one braid at the end. On the smaller side of my side part, I had 5 braids, and then on the other side, I have 7 braids, so 12 braids in total. I just put my hair in cornrows. Some of them are doubled to create one, just because I like to have more cornrows at the top or at the front. This is going to be my parting. I kind of wish I made my parting like a little bit closer, but that's fine. So this is my part. These are just cornrows. This is straight down 2 1 1, and I just have the ending here, which I'm just going to tuck somewhere behind. Oh, let me show you the back really quickly. They're not supposed to be perfect. The brand QVR hair sent me this. This is 100% human hair crochet hair. This is my first time using this type of crochet hair with like the little, let me show you one second. So this is what it looks like. Straight out of the pack, I noticed that the curls were very soft. It didn't feel like synthetic hair. I also noticed that the hair, like each individual hair, was so intricate the way it was done. You can see me here inspecting it just to see how it was inserted. But if you've ever seen like micro link extensions, that's basically what it's giving. Very, very tiny. So this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be conducive for a very flat crochet. I want to try one just to see what it looks like. So right when I inserted the first one, I noticed that the knot was very secure and stayed in place. So there's no moving around. Where you put the extension is where it stays. I'm also leaving this clip in real time just to show you how easy and beginner friendly inserting the crochet hair is. And the fact that the knots are so small because the thread is so thin, your scalp is just going to be so breathable, especially for the summer. If you sweat a lot, it's just going to be the perfect hairstyle for you to try. But as you can see, it's very flat, like you can barely tell there's a knot there. So I'm going to start with the install from the back and then work my way up to the front. I have 5 packs of hair to use, so I think I'm just going to work on spreading them out as much as possible. But I'm wondering if, like, can I install them? Probably will need to install them like 2 at a time instead of 1 at a time because they're very small. So this is 2. I'm gonna see what that looks like here. Now this is crochet, so this is definitely much faster and quicker to do than single braids, but these crochet hairs were very small and time consuming, so I just started doubling and sometimes tripling the crochet hair before I inserted them. How would you take this out? I generally don't know. Each pack of hair comes with this tool, and to my knowledge this is the tool that you use when you're for like beads. I'm wondering if it's supposed to be to like take these things out. Now, because this is 100% human hair, it is reusable. So I was just wondering, curious in the middle of my installation, how to take these extensions out. Maybe if you unbraid the cornrows. Yeah, I don't know what that tool is for. But We're gonna continue with these. So I just wanted to show you something that I was noticing. As I was doing the hair, I noticed that the hair got tangled because I just left them in a bunch and I didn't separate them right away when they came out of the pack. So don't be like me, separate them out of the pack right when you take them out. But if they do get tangled, just pull one end of the crochet hair and it will all come apart. So don't get frustrated, just pull one end and it will release. Little pro tip. But back to the discussion at hand. Um, each pack of hair came with this tool, and if you've ever seen this tool before, you know it's used to put beads into your hair. And I was wondering if that had anything to do with, taking out these crochet, because again, this hair is 100% human hair, so it's supposed to be reusable. Um, I couldn't figure out what the tool was supposed to do, so I just left that at that. But I will later this week upload a quick little short that I filmed. But to take out this hair, if you're wondering how to take it out, don't cut the hair. You have to take out your cornrows. So for me, I noticed that as I took out the cornrows in my hair, the crochet hair just fell out easily. So if you're wondering if you can reuse this crochet hair, you definitely can. You just have to take out your cornrows and they will fall out, and you can, either wash them or, reuse them at a later time if you just want to switch up your style later on. This portion is just me inserting the crochet hair. This process took me about 3 hours because again, the hair is very small. It was kind of time consuming, but for me, I found that as you can, I don't know if you noticed, but I was just watching a show as I was doing this. So in 3 hours, I was done. And then I will also include the 30 minutes I used to comb my hair. So this style is definitely achievable in 3.5 hours. As I got to my side part, I slowly started to see the vision. I used a claw clip just to clip my hair out of the way so that I can do the front section. As I mentioned, most of the inserts I did two of the crochet hairs. Sometimes I did three, but not more than three. But for the front row or for my part, I only did one of them. So I did singles. And this is the front cornrows. I just try to fill up the space I tried to fill up the space as much as possible. And then when I was satisfied with it, that was it. Alright, so we're done installing all the hair. I used 4 out of the 5 packs that I had. I think if you want it to be fuller, you can definitely include more at the back. But I'll just show you, actually let me style it first and then I'll show you a quick 360. As for styling, I mean, it's crochet, like there's not much to be like styled unless you want to put it in a half up, half down. I'm just going to put some gel on my edges. I also think I want to just put some water and mousse in this hair because I just want to see how it holds up when I put some water. It's not necessarily like frizzy. I think the curls are going to maintain as long as you don't do anything to it. But I feel like over time when it tangles, definitely could become more frizzy. So I just want to put some water and mousse, just some product to see how it holds up. Bigger comb. I think honestly combing it out or putting some product is actually like the best thing to do because look, it's just a lot more like fluffier, and I feel like that's a better look than when it's just like perfectly like straight and curly. Not straight, but curly. I just want to see how it'll perform after just combing the curls out a little bit because the curls, I mean, they are pretty, but they're just a little too defined. and I feel like there's no volume. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, now it's a lot more fluffier, and I think I just like this look a lot better, but I'm gonna put some more water in it. I think with hair like this, it's just best to work in sections. So notice here how I just put some water and some mousse and the hair literally just came back to life. Even though it was really frizzy after combing it, just some product and look at those curls. Okay. So that's good to know that the water and mousse just kind of brings it back to life from if it ever gets tangled. So initially when I started combing out the hair and putting water and mousse, my intention was just to see how the curls hold up because it is real human hair. But I was pleasantly surprised because the hair kind of looked better with the water and mousse. As you can see, the hair is an ombre effect. So it starts with black, brown, and then blonde tips at the end. And I feel like the dyeing kind of stops abruptly with the hair. So like the black, you can see where it starts and stops. But as I put more water and mousse and I just combed the curls out, it blended the ombre effect even better. Like the demarcation of the colors just wasn't as stark. The ombre started ombreing is what I'm trying to say. Look at those curls. I think I honestly want a second version of this hair in the color number 2. I think they have a red version of this hair as well. So yeah, red version, black version, number 2 version. I want all the versions. Putting mousse and water is honestly a great idea because it kind of took it out of that like cookie cutter curl like pattern to like a little bit more of like soft natural curl pattern, because it's now, you know, it's a little bit looser and it kind of mimics natural hair a little bit better. So I kind of like that vibe. Yeah, this hair is too pretty. In terms of like shedding, the hair is, I think as you can see, I'll show you an example from one of these ones. So the hair looks like it's inserted and like wrapped around like a weft, like almost like a mini individual weft for each one. So like the hair does shed a little bit because I think as you pull on it, like you're kind of pulling the hair out of the weft. So there was a little bit of shedding as I was combing, but not too much. I think if you don't touch it, like you won't experience any shedding, but if you were to like actually comb it like I did, then for sure. Okay, let's do a quick 360. The front. Side. Back. Side. And front again. Okay. Now, some of my final thoughts. I never actually did figure out what these are supposed to do. So I just have 4 of them. I don't know what they're supposed to do. I have a good feeling that they're supposed to be for removing the like installation, but I don't know. I might have to actually take out the entire braid or the entire cornrow for me to be able to remove it. And when I'm ready to remove it, I'll definitely film a quick short to show you how I removed it. But I'm trying to stay away from not cutting it like right off the root. All right, so that's everything from me. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.